This video is a complete breakdown on the morning routine that changed my life and the morning routine that I give the glory to for taking me from 6 figures lifetime rev to 7 figures lifetime rev with organic dropshipping. And this video and lesson specifically is actually leaked from within my one-on-one advanced organic dropshipping program, which if you didn't know or don't know what that is, or you're new to the channel, it's the highest level of coaching that exists within the organic space, where we take 4, 5, and 6 figure organic dropshippers and help them make their first or their next 6 figures with organic. Now, I only say this because to get inside that advanced program, people are not paying small amounts of money. So I just want to help you understand the value of what it's like to be getting a leaked lesson from within that program. Now, that lesson already basically explains everything. So this intro isn't going to be too long and we're going to get right into it. But I want you to understand there's a tiny bit of a yap in the beginning of that lesson where I basically just talk about how good the morning is and what it does for you. But I promise you, it's so worth it. I could have just cut that off, but I'm going to leave it raw. I'm going to leave it just as it is from the inner circle lessons because it makes it just that much better, that much more special. I explain it literally for minutes, the impact it has on your life, just so you fully grasp how good it's going to be once you start implementing it. Also, I want you to understand, which I believe this is also explained in the lesson as well, but this isn't just like some specific thing you have to do a very specific way. I basically put it out as kind of like a template for you to fill in your own way, but staying along a certain structure. Like I said, there's no better way to put it. It will literally change your life. I dare one of you to go try this for a week and come back to this video and be like, yo, Ethan, this didn't do shit for me. It'd be impossible. That's how good and just how crazy of a benefit that this morning routine has on your life. But I explain all that stuff and all that good mumbo jumbo in the lesson. So without further ado, here is the morning routine that changed my life and also changed handfuls of other people's life from within my mentorship program. All right, boys, I have a magnificent lesson for us today. This is going to be my very first, technically, ever since the program has begun, I've never made like a mindset style lesson. To be honest, it's because I didn't think they were wanted, but honestly, it just seems like within the last month, it seems like there's a lot more people than I thought that actually like the mindset stuff. They want more in-depth mindset stuff, thinking, responsibility, all these different things about, the little details outside of just like super specific lessons. So it's perfect timing for me to give you my perfect morning routine to perform peak as a high-level entrepreneur. I have it under the Ethan's Life-Changing Morning. I just started this about 7 days ago, and guys, I'm literally making a whole lesson about it. That is how crazy this is. Understand that. Like, this is not some random thing I just put together. This is literally life-changing. This is changing my life currently, actively as we speak. My confidence, just everything I'm doing with business, how good I feel about doing it, good ideas, my energy levels, my how good I am socially, the entire 9 yards. This is actively changing my life. Half the reason I'm making this is because, first of all, for this exact situation, for this exact type of lesson, I don't see a reason for it needing to be done as a group. Also, it seems more convenient for you guys, like for a lesson like this, where it's not like group interaction needed. It's more convenient because you don't have to show up to the call at a random time. You can just go watch this whenever you want. And it's not going to be 45 minutes long when it should only be like maybe 15, 20 minutes long, whatever. You get what I'm saying? So it's literally just you getting every word from me about this perfect morning routine. Also, it's now currently 9:48 because I just had to put this whole thing together. But I just got done with my morning routine. So I'm at like peak hype. So it's like, this is like, it needs to be done at this time. Then obviously I'm not going to like go and say, hey, let's, everybody, we're going to have a 6-hour early call. So this is going to be today's lesson instead of a call. And bro, gosh, guys, I cannot look at this energy, bro. This is not me forcing this. This is genuinely how good I feel. I cannot express enough how good this is. Even the level I'm at in life, this is still actively changing my life. I'm not kidding. It's the most unreal thing ever. Oh my gosh. You'd be a fool not to try this, guys. This is not some bullshit. And let me preface this as well before I really get into it. I've always been against morning routine. It's kind of like the internet has went through cycles, but over time, in the beginning, that was like the big thing. Like everybody would post on social media about it. This morning routine, this like 30-step morning routine. Do this, cold plunge, this, that. Now we're not going that far, and that's kind of retarded still. But with that being said, over time, people were getting patronized for morning routines, and everybody would always hit on the morning routine, and I was that guy for a while. It's like, you don't need a morning routine to go make $1 million. You don't need a morning routine to be successful. Just wake up and do work. And that is true to a certain extent, but I'm not kidding, guys. I don't think I'll ever go back to just being the guy that wakes up and works ever again in my life. This morning routine is life-changing. I go to bed at night excited to wake up and do this morning routine. This is not me hyping this up for the lesson. I'm literally making this lesson just because of how awesome this is. It's fucking unreal. It is unreal. But yeah, with that being said, so this might work for some people, this might not. Like I said, I always, and many people out there, they kind of patronize people, this 50-step morning routine, you don't need to do this, you don't need to do that, just go work. That's how you become successful. So some of you might go try this and, it not be your thing, and that's okay. But you would be an absolute fool. Every single human being in the program that is watching this video, even our coaches. I hope Austin, Samuel, Sebi, and Peter see this as well and start implementing it. And I'll probably end up yapping about, I have kind of been yapping about it to them as well. But hopefully they see this as well and implement it. That's how crazy this is. I'm not kidding. This is how amazing this morning routine is. And this is all from, my girlfriend actually put me onto this, believe it or not. She read this book called Miracle Morning. And this is kind of a variation of it. But basically, it's this very famous, highly successful guy who wrote a book called The Miracle Morning. And it's an entire book just on how to make your morning so good that it just makes your life better in basically every aspect. Success, family, socially, energy, confidence, everything about your life. It just makes it better from this simple morning routine. And without me even realizing it, because I've always been like, oh, your Miracle Morning bullshit. Now, I will say this. The moment she started doing it, she was an entirely different person. So I knew it worked. I knew this was a thing, but I was maybe like you guys watching this lesson right now, okay, this maybe is working for him, but I don't know how it's going to do for me. That was my mindset, oh, that's just her thing, right? Without me even realizing it, she was like, you need a morning routine. Just try a morning routine. Not a lot of you guys know this. I'll be a little vulnerable for you guys real quick, but just these last few weeks, this last month or two, bro, I've just been kind of lost. Everything's been fine. Store's been fine. YouTube channel's cool. All this stuff, but it's just I don't know. I've been lost. I just felt really lost, down in the dumps. I was feeling more insecure, way more insecure than normal. My energy was not through the roof. I'm sure some of you guys maybe have even noticed. And yeah, man, I don't know what exactly it was. Just mentally, I was lost there for a while. And it felt like my life had no structure at all. And so she snuck in her little Miracle Morning thing and changed the name. And I didn't even notice till I was 3 days in that that's basically what I was doing. Because of course, if she would have came to me try my Miracle Morning, I'd have just been oh, whatever. Yeah, right. That's some bullshit. I'm not going to do it. Right. I would just be resistant. So she named it Ethan's Life-Changing Morning. Smart. I know. And now I'm bestowing this upon you guys. I'm not kidding, guys. I know I spent 6 minutes hyping this up. It's actively changing my life. The guy in the position, your mentor, me, your head mentor, the guy in the position you want to be in life, I am bestowing this to you. Please, I'm begging all of you to go do this. Go start trying this. Your entire life is going to change, not just in business. Your vibe, your energy, your emotions, socially. Dude, it's because I've always been that guy. I've always had that personality, the go-getter, the social guy, the awesome guy, high energy. And I lost it for a month or two there. This brought it back tenfold. Holy shit. I feel fucking invincible. Genuinely deep down in every fucking fiber of my being, I feel like that guy again because of this morning routine. So let's get into it. And I preface this so much, guys, so you actually take this serious. This is not some bullshit I put together. I'm actively doing this. I'm on day 7. Within 7, it was the second day, I was holy shit, my entire life has changed. I'm looking at everything different. I'm feeling everything different. It's unreal, okay? Please take this serious, bro. It's unreal. So, very first thing. Now, I'm giving you my morning routine, okay? And this is just the easiest and best way to structure it to kind of explain it to you guys. But of course, you can change around a few little times here and there. You can change around exactly what it is you're doing for certain parts. So you can kind of plug and play your own little thing to this. But of course, this is our template. You could think of it like that, okay? So, maybe you don't go to a park or you'll see what I'm talking about as we go through it. But the very most important thing, guys, this 6 a.m., I know a lot of you don't want to hear it. Waking up at 6 a.m., it seems I might not be a morning person. I've never been a morning person. Even at peak, bro, I'm waking up at 7:30 and that's early as hell to me. On average, I'm waking up at 9, 10. It used to be I was that guy that was waking up at 11 or 12. Early bird gets the worm. What's that saying? It's early to bed, early to rise makes a man young, smart, and wise or some shit like that, right? And it's so true. Also, on top of that, waking up so early, that's half of the benefit of this morning routine, bro. By the time I'm already done with 2 hours of self-improvement and just all this glorious steps that I'm about to show you guys, bro, it's still an hour or two before majority of the world is even waking up. So that even amplifies the top G, the hype feeling of holy shit, I'm already on cloud fucking 9. Some people are still asleep and then waking up miserable. So that just adds to it. This waking up at 6 a.m., do 5 a.m., 4 a.m. if you're that guy. I think genuinely 6 a.m. is a must, bro. I was going to say 6:30, but dude, 6 a.m. I even woke up like, it's been like 7 days now. Like I said, it was like the 4th day. I woke up at like 6:30 on accident or something, bro. And it almost threw the whole thing out. It was still good, but like, bro, I right that day, it was enough for me to say, okay, that will not happen again. I don't care if I get 5 hours of sleep on accident. I'm waking up at 6 a.m. because it just wasn't the same. So I think waking up at 6 a.m. or earlier is a must, just not past 6 a.m. Now, when you wake up, you have to do the jump out of bed method. This is what I started doing. Dude, it's fucking so hype, bro. It's literally called the jump out of bed method. You basically just have to wake up the moment you become conscious and say, fuck it. Not this bullshit where you like, you maybe try to lay around a little bit more and then you're like, like the classic, and then maybe you're checking your phone and you're just like in bed, whatever. The moment you become conscious, so the moment you hear your alarm go off because now you're waking up at 6 a.m., you literally fling the fucking, this dramatic, like a fucking movie scene, fling the blanket off of you and throw your body up. Like I dead ass hit him with like a fucking leg kick up. I'm not kidding, bro. And I fucking jump up out of bed, bro. My son's in bed. My girlfriend does the miracle morning, so she's already up before me. She does it at like 5 a.m. Fucking jumping out of bed. I don't know how I don't wake my son up. But you literally have to jump out of bed. That's also kind of helps start it. Like, you don't have to be that dramatic, but that does, for me personally, that really helps jumpstart me. It kind of gets it hype, right? Now, this is an absolute must. This is half of like the purpose of this entire routine. I know you're going to want to open your phone and check your phone, see if you're going viral, see if that video is still performing, see how many Shopify notifications you're getting, see where your sales are at. You're going to want to so bad. You're going to itch so bad the first few days, okay? But you cannot, under any circumstances, check or open your phone. Under any circumstances. At all. Listen, guys, I know a lot of you, probably every single one of you, are so used to waking up, I'm going to check my phone, I'm looking through everything. So when you first do this, you will feel so, it's going to take a lot of discipline. You're going to feel so just like, I just got to check it. You're going to feel like, damn, this morning routine sucks, because you're going to feel like shit because you ain't getting that same dopamine and serotonin that you're normally getting off rip right after waking up, okay? But I'm telling you guys, there's going to be a few things like this throughout this morning routine, but by like day 2, bro, it's all going to make sense. You're going to be like, holy shit, this feels amazing, because everything else you're doing starts outweighing the kind of cheap dopamine you were getting beforehand. So under any circumstances, guys, you cannot check your phone. You cannot open your phone. You can just check the time, or maybe, that's basically it. That's all I do is go check the time. And then I do one other thing, which I'm going to get into in a minute, that has to do with my phone, but that's it. So you're not checking any notifications. Also, keep your phone on Do Not Disturb. The night before you go to bed, put your phone on Do Not Disturb. So you get notifications. You're not going to be waking up from them, and you're not going to see. So when you wake up, since your phone's on Do Not Disturb, it doesn't show you notifications. So then you're not automatically drawn into it, because damn near just seeing the notifications is almost just like opening your phone. You get what I'm saying? So phone on Do Not Disturb before you go to bed. It needs to stay on Do Not Disturb up until you get to the end of this morning routine, which you'll see in just a second. And then, of course, making your alarm for 6 a.m. Now, from 6 a.m. to 6:45 a.m., I'm showering and getting ready with intent. I say right here, I try to do it quickly because I found that it almost puts you in a mindset of excited and like ready to go to the next thing. So when I get in there and like I'm waking up, boom, like I said, I jump out of bed. So that kind of starts this like hype energy. I'm fucking rolling. I'm that guy. Like I'm already in my head, like, look at me, bro. I'm that fucking high level entrepreneur. At 6 a.m., I'm in this motherfucker. That's my mind, bro. And it just gets everything rolling. And this is going to be natural. After a few days, this is naturally going to start rolling through your mind, bro. You're just going to constantly be hyped. This energy is the after effect of me getting back from my morning routine. This is not a fake energy. This is naturally, like I could honestly probably be like 10x this, but I'm going to keep it a little controlled for the sake of the lesson. Now, the reason I do it quickly, like I'm saying like literally like fucking stripping butt naked when you turn on the shower, when you're fucking getting your fucking shampoo for your hair, when you're putting a body wash on your little loofah thing. I'm like sitting there like getting in a groove, like rushing through it. At this point, I'm not kidding, guys. I'm fucking humming and shit in the shower. That's how hype and life-changing this shit is. I'm fucking like humming random shit in the fucking shower, like, doing my fucking thing. 6 in the fucking morning, I'm doing this shit. It literally, the way I like it, like the feeling it gives you, it's almost like it's like that night before Christmas where you're just like antsy. You're ready to fucking like, it's coming. Like that's that feeling it gives you. That's why I do it with intent. It just helps you keep that rhythm to go to that next thing. And it just, boom. So from the moment we do the jump out of the bed method, we are hype as fuck, bro. Like guys, think about this. You already know this, even outside of a morning routine, whatever, common sense. What you're doing these first, like the moment you wake up, that's going to set your tone for the whole day, right? Like imagine you woke up to your fucking house getting fucking blown up. Like, okay, that's a little much, but like imagine you woke up to somebody splashing water on your face, you just hear horrible news of a family member dying and et cetera, et cetera. You're going to have a horrible day. No matter what you do, you're going to have a fucking dog shit day. So this is the exact opposite. I mean, that's just common sense. So bro, from the moment we wake up, we're hype as fuck, bro. And shit's just fucking just amazing. Everything is bliss, right? Now, Also, for the 6 to 6:45, me, I'm a huge shower guy. I'm sure a lot of you are. I have been like this my whole life. I'll take a fucking hour-long shower damn near every day. Like, that's my shit, bro. Like, I just love just being in the shower. So this is building some discipline. And guys, this is the thing with discipline. I'm not saying like, oh, we just got to get disciplined to be disciplined. It literally gives you like dopamine and serotonin to be disciplined. It removes the cheap dopamine and serotonin you were getting and actually makes you earn it. So once I accomplish this, normally I'm taking an hour just in the shower alone, then probably 30 minutes. Like, dude, 1 to 2 hours a day getting ready. An hour and a half to 2 hours a day getting ready is my normal shit. Cutting it down to like forcing myself, giving myself that goal first thing in the morning. Okay, I'm rushing through this. I'm on my vibes. I'm doing this. I'm going to get all this done within 45 minutes. I'm cutting my time in half to almost 3x what I normally would. So when I accomplish that, boom, dopamine, earned dopamine, non-cheap dopamine, which is going to last longer and make you feel just better in general. It's going to be higher quality dopamine, basically. But yeah, so that's the gist. Like I said, trying to actually hurry up and get this done for that dopamine. Like, that's why I constrict it to that time. I've been like probably 5 to 10 minutes late-ish on this almost every single time, but bro, that's still dramatically better than what I was doing before. And it makes me feel like a fucking boss. Like, look, I'm accomplishing this already. First thing of the day, I'm already accomplishing something. Now, at 6:45 a.m., you're going to head out of the crib. I know some of us, maybe live in certain areas where you don't even need a car. Some of us are younger. We don't have a car. Whatever the case may be. You walk, drive, bike, doesn't matter. You must leave your domain. You must leave your normalcy. You must leave wherever you are comfortable constantly. Like your house, wherever you stay. You have to fucking leave. Get away from it completely. Leave it. Okay? This is like fucking, this puts you in that mind to start kind of being aware and being conscious and being like outside of your normal. That's half of what this makes this awesome, by the way. It's so outside of your normal. Like it forces you to feel something new, bro. So, like I said, this is mine. Everybody's going to be different. Me personally, I get my energy drink in the morning. All of you, I don't give a shit. All of you should be taking some sort of energizing supplement, bro. Like something, fucking NeuroGum, energy drink, coffee, whatever it is, bro. If you want to be a high-performing entrepreneur, I don't know a soul on this planet that's very hyper-successful that does not abuse the fuck out of stimulants. You got to have some sort of stimulant to cook, bro. Like it's going to make you better in every aspect. It's the most legal way to have like a performance boost. Like it's a no-brainer. Like I would not be even close to where I am at in life if I didn't abuse the fuck out of energy drinks and NeuroGum. So I get energy, okay? I go straight to the gas station, which is like 10 minutes from my house, and I get my energy drink. I say what's up to the boys. I got my gas station guys. They love me. I'm pulling up in the vet. It's lit. You're like, hey, yo, I'm on, blah, blah, blah. But I get my energy, and like I have right here, you must wait at least 1 hour from waking up to drink. I forget what it's called. Something in your mind. Fuck. What's the? There's a chemical or whatever. Adrenaline or I'm not even gonna embarrass myself. Whatever the case may be, if you drink your energy drink before that hour, you're gonna have a huge crash, and your energy drink literally will not give you the same amount of energy. Okay, it's not gonna energize you that much. Also, before we move on from this whole part, guys, you have to be getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I know you want to grind and you want to do this, you want to do that. Your entire life will be better, and you'll be a more efficient person, because that's the thing. It doesn't matter how much time you're putting into your day. It's what you're doing with that time, okay? There could be somebody out here only working 4 hours a day, but doing 100x of you working 10 to 12 hours a day because he's more efficient with his time, and he maybe has more clarity, and he maybe is performing better with those 4 hours. So it's an absolute must you get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. That's something I'm actively working on. After about day 3 or day 4, I started trying to focus on that. Now I'm at 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and it makes this whole morning routine just that much better. I have that much more clarity. My brain's functioning that much better. My energy is that much better. So you can kind of fuck up your entire morning routine by just getting dog shit sleep. Don't be sleeping for 4 or 5 hours and trying to do this bullshit. It's not even going to have the same effect. Get good sleep, okay? Because I used to think, oh, sleep didn't matter. Sleep does matter. It also makes you live longer. But you must wait at least 1 hour from waking up to drink your energy drink, like I said, or it's not going to do the same thing. It's not going to have you nearly as energized, and you will have a big crash later in the afternoon, so you're not going to be able to sustain the energy. You can go look it up. It's something about some of the chemicals or whatever. You have to wait at least 1 hour before you start drinking it. Okay, so I normally don't start drinking my energy drink until I'm on my trail at the park I go to, walking already. Okay, so it's been at least 1 hour. Now, after that, you're going to head to a park, your spot. It doesn't matter. I personally go to a park, but you need to go somewhere, because what we're going to do is go on a walk. You heard me correctly. Guys, take this serious. I know some of you guys are going to be like, no, this is fucking bullshit. Some of my younger guys in here are probably going to be like, who is this old man ass motherfucker telling me to go take a walk in the morning? I'm begging you. I am begging you. If you want to perform at a high level and be that guy, you're going to go on this walk. And dude, I'm telling you, this is going to be your favorite part of the whole thing. This walk is like, I would say 70% of the value of this morning routine is this walk, okay? So you're going to go, and it doesn't matter. Like you could go, like if you live in a big city, just go walk the city. That would honestly suck. I would still try to go to a park because half of it is getting in nature a little bit and stuff. But just your spot, whatever hangout spot, like it doesn't have to be a park, just some sort of trail, something where you can go and walk. Okay. And optimally, it would be somewhere where there are at least a few people. Okay, and I'm going to get to why that matters in just a second. But you're going to start your walk when you get to the park, wherever. That's the first thing you do. Like, you don't do no bullshit. Once again, we're not getting on our phone at all. That's not even a fucking thought in our minds. We haven't even looked at that bitch yet. Like, we've checked the time like once. Okay, turn the vehicle off. You get straight out of the car. You just bang, just start walking. When you actually start walking, guys, use this time to try and be present, at least in the first few minutes. And I'm going to break down basically exactly what I do. I get out of my car. I spend this first, like I'm getting on the trail and I'm starting to walk. And I spend this first few minutes just literally being present. This is probably the most present I've ever been in my life. My mind is always going. So for me to be present, it's really challenging. Even family time, serious moments, everything. It's so hard for me to be present. That's another amazing benefit of this. It's the first time in my life where I genuinely have felt like I can control my mind to being present. I get on that fucking trail, I have my energy drink in my hand, I'm maybe cracking that mug open, I got OCD, so I'm like wiping the lid of it and shit, so germs and all that shit, and I just become present, bro. I'm thinking about God, I'm thinking about how grateful I am to be alive, I'm thinking about how grateful I am to be in the position I'm in, I'm being super grateful, just naturally gratitude, like not even in my head like, oh, I gotta be grateful, just naturally these thoughts are running through my mind. You can hear once again, this is another benefit of it being so early. There's not a lot of people around, okay, but there's a few, we're gonna get that in a second, I'm jumping ahead. There's not a lot of people around at 6 in the fucking morning, so you're only around old people and other high performers that are on your fucking brainwave, you're on your fucking wavelength, that are sitting there and waking up at 6 a.m. to go walk. So that's the vibe. You get what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, motherfuckers that are like that, motherfuckers that are efficient with their life. That's who you're going to end up seeing if you see anybody. So you're there. It's 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning. You start your walk. All you're getting is sun shining on you. The park I go to has just like straight nature and trees, a dog park, and then some of the trail you literally just are walking through the woods. So green, it's spring where I am. And it just feels so beautiful. The sunlight's blasting you. And I'm sitting there in my mind like, actually, for the first time ever, feeling present, bro. I'm starting to open my energy drink and I'm just looking around, bro. Some people, I'm probably looking like a retard. I'm pretty sure there's been moments where I'm like talking to myself type shit, singing songs. I'm damn near skipping on this motherfucker. Like fucking, what's his name off a fucking regular show? I'm skipping around this motherfucker. I'm dancing. I'm doing a little jig as I walk. It's ridiculous. And this is all because of this morning routine, bro. And all these things leading up to it that allow me to do this. But in that moment when I start on the energy drink, bro, I'm sitting there grateful. The first, like, I think the walk is damn near 2 miles or something. Like a mile and a half, something like that. Because there's multiple different trails you can take. Sometimes I switch it up just to feel a little something different. But some of them are shorter, some of them are longer. The first like 5 to 10 minutes, as I'm taking the first few sips of the energy drink, bro, I'm just being grateful. I'm looking around. I'm loving nature. I'm thinking about how grateful I am to be here. And it feels so good, man. I can't explain how good being present in that moment feels, for real. And once again, we haven't touched our phone. We haven't done nothing. And then in that moment, all you can hear is the birds chirping. You're seeing the sunlight shining through. And every maybe like 5 minutes, you end up passing, one person that's also on the same wavelength as you. And now you get that social activity, what humans are made for, that social activity in the morning. Good morning, right? You got these old ladies on vibes, fucking, little step in. Just, oh, good morning. A good morning indeed it is. That fucking vibe, bro. And guys, if you want to ever, and this is kind of a side thought, if you want to ever level up, if you want to be that guy really, like that guy socially, like my gas station, like where you walk into a place and people recognize you and remember you and want to speak to you and want to be your friend, be social, bro. Force yourself, if you're not a social person, force yourself to say random things to other people. Don't be cringe. Don't be weird. Don't be the guy that's like, I'm super social, but really you're like weird as fuck to everybody else. Okay, but when the time is right, like, don't be in that shell, bro. I walk in the gas station, I'm like, hey, like, on those vibes. And I created that vibe within my own gas station people. Now my gas station guys, these 2 Indians, I love these guys. 2 Indians. Every day I walk in there, bro. They know me. They know my whole family at this point. I go every day. Every time I walk in, hey, my man. You know what I mean? Where's the boy? Where's the boy? Hey, oh, the vet. Oh, I told this motherfucker I started going on a walk. He goes, walking in that motherfucking vet. Like, you see the energy I put off, and then it's reciprocated back to me. And once again, that's a side note, but this is what you need to be doing as well in the morning. Get on vibes. Become that guy. This also comes in a manifestation for my guys that really haven't done anything crazy yet. Maybe my more beginners or intermediates. Honestly, even you guys that have made 50 to 100K and that's it. You guys still aren't on that level yet. You need to be doing this, manifesting, becoming that guy. Because those high level guys, those guys that really print, those guys that have that sort of energy where it's like you walk into, when I go places, bro, people know I'm successful. That's just a fact. That's the confidence I have. That's the energy I have. That's the manifesting. And what did that root from? Way before I was successful, I put myself in that body. I in my mind became that guy. So this is all leading into like this little social thing. So this whole trip I'm walking on in the morning. What I mean by this is I probably wouldn't go somewhere where it's like straight up dead. Okay, you could try it. I personally probably wouldn't like it myself. But these tiny social events that happen on this little walk, they're very, very minor. They also really, really do a good job at giving that energy, making you feel good. And really, honestly, like they're like damn near part of the morning routine in my mind. It's like having those moments where you can say good morning to people, or you're in your mind, you can finally be like, okay, this is gonna be weird, this is gonna be awkward, but I'm gonna try it, right? Like just straight up say some like bro, I started a random conversation with an old guy. He just got his hip replaced fucking a year ago, and he just now started walking without a cane, and it fixed his knee and back pain, and now in 3 months he's warming up for a 5K marathon. The dude's like 80 years old. All of this, and I found this out, this was like 2 days ago, just because I started a conversation with the guy. I forget what I even said, but once again, I just get in that flow. You get in that flow of I am that guy. So I'm going to talk. If I want to talk to somebody, I'm going to talk to somebody, and people will feel that energy from you. And then once it's reciprocated back to you, it helps you in your mind manifest that I am that guy. Holy shit, you see that? That guy loved talking to me. That guy loves me. Look at how awesome I am. Look at what these people view me as, right? Basically, with this and the social side of it, you walk into places in your mind, you need to give off such an energy and a confidence, not arrogance or weirdness, such an energy and confidence that people already know you're successful, whether you are or not, right? You may be at the beginning stages where you're just naturally having to become that guy before you're there. But everywhere I go, people know I'm successful because the way I carry myself, the energy I have. That's a must for this morning routine. Walking into the gas station saying, what's up? Get close with the gas station people. Bro, it's clutch being close with the gas station people, bro. You get a little freebie every now and again. They hold this or that for you, et cetera, et cetera. So, and then they know your people, so then they take care of your peoples, like all kinds of shit, bro. It's just great to have connections. Sorry I went off on a random tangent there, but that's a big point of this. Be a little social in the morning. Whenever you have the opportunity, be social. Don't be the guy in the shell. Don't be the guy reserved. Like I'm sitting there like fucking 2 days ago, and this was once again, this only amplified because of the morning routine. 2 days ago, I'm walking out of the gas station and I see this kid. He was in the gas station with me. He walked out before me, and he's in the truck with his dad with the window rolled down, or his brother, and his dad was still in the gas station, something like that. But the truck was still parked. He was in the back of the thing, rolled down the window, and you could see him. He was like, what the fuck? Because I was in the vet, and he was fucking tweaking, bro. I pull out of that gas station, fucking redlining the fuck out that bitch, just smiling at him, winking at him. I'm just, wah-ba-bow, wah-ba-bow, wah-ba-bow. And once again, that social event, dopamine through the roof. I made him feel good. He made me feel good. I'm winking at him. He's on vibes. I'm on vibes. And just another thing to add to show, hey, I'm that guy, right? This is the vibe you need to be doing. This is all high-level entrepreneurship. This is the mind you need if you're really going to take it there. So before I keep going on a tangent, being around nature, this walk is very, very important in the social aspect of it as well of your whole morning. Now, like I said, personally, I use this time to be present. And then after I get like 5-10 minutes in of being present, and then my mind kind of starts like drifting off, I start to naturally just be brainstorming. That's another thing. This adds so much clarity to your life. It's unreal. I'm naturally in the beginning of the walk, or after the beginning of the walk, after I'm grateful and I'm vibing, and I get about 25% through the walk, my brain just starts going, bro. I'm thinking about random new concepts. I'm thinking about random new video ideas. I'm thinking about maybe an idea for a product that I might go try to see if there's something similar on AliExpress that I could run. I'm thinking of all these different things. I'm thinking of maybe something I can add to the Discord. I'm thinking of a new YouTube video. I'm thinking of all these different things, bro. 1 trillion miles per hour. And I would not be able to do that without this morning routine. That just, once again, adds to the clarity and the brainstorming. And like, dude, like this morning routine, like you're going to be coming up with so many new video ideas. You're going to be coming up with that, like, oh, that aha moment of that, like, completely original viral concept. All these things. You're going to be sitting there like, maybe you get the clarity on a product you need to drop and move on to this one that's been on your mind. All these things, bro. It's unreal, bro. Now, outside of that, if I touch my phone, once again, we're on Do Not Disturb. So there's no little red notifications on any apps, no Shopifys, no TikToks, no IGs, no other random stuff. It doesn't distract you as you open your phone. And this is still way after I'm awake and already went through multiple different processes. And I've only done this twice. This is not an opportunity for you to fuck around and get on your phone. Don't even accidentally swipe left where fucking Apple tries to feed you news and shit. It'll fuck you up. You cannot see this stuff. Your phone's still on Do Not Disturb. I go straight to ChatGPT, and then I start brain dumping, or maybe I hypothesize about this. I basically damn near the other day, I'm not going to get too in depth, but I came up with my own fucking tax loophole, and I start going back and forth with ChatGPT, and she's confirming like, no, you are literally correct. You just, with your own mind, created a tax loophole that is completely legal. Like, ran the craziest shit, bro, from the clarity of this morning walk, bro. And so then I sat there for the fucking like rest of my walk, of course being very present, but just like almost as if I had a walking buddy beside me. I'm sitting there talking back and forth with ChatGPT, still being very present, but just brainstorming as I'm just fucking like this amazing walk I'm on. And bro, like that's just to show you how amazing this walk is. But yeah, so that's the only thing. But guys, don't overdo that. Do not overdo that. I've only done it like once or twice. Even then, I'm still majority of the walk, I'm not on my phone at all. Only for brainstorming. You're not trying to get dopamine from this. It's literally, I just need another mind to tell me, is this right? Okay, what about this? I thought this. What do you think about this? Complete brainstorming. That's it if you do get on your phone. That is it. So when I finish the walk, and dude, guys, this walk is so great. Sometimes I even push it over. Like today, I think I got done with the walk at like 8, and I went on the red trail. There's a blue trail and a red trail. The red trail's longer. That's how amazing this walk is. So after the walk, you're going to do self-work. When you get back to your vehicle, in your vehicle, once again, for me personally, I know there's going to be a lot of different people. Of course, there's, guys that believe in different stuff in the program, all that different stuff. This is just for me personally. Bend this at your will. Use it as your own little template. For me, in my car, in my passenger seat, sits a journal, a pen, and the Bible. That's it. That's what rides with me now. Everything I do everywhere I go, and it just sits there ready for me to rock and roll when it gets to this point of my morning routine. The very first day you do this is honestly one of the most fun days because you're getting everything prepared. It's your first time. You're trying to feel, is this actually going to be that hype? All these different things. Now, your very first day, you're going to write 8 or more affirmations, okay? I have I want to say 10 or 11, okay? Now, what are affirmations, guys? These are really important. In my entire life, in under 2 years with manifestation and affirmations and guidance from God, in under 2 years, I went from a guy that didn't even post on his personal IG to one of the highest knowledgeable people for viral content damn near in the world, specifically for physical products, in the fucking world with my accomplishment. In under 2 years, a guy that didn't even fucking basically use social media, bro. From affirmations, I actually, more towards the beginning of my journey, I journaled. That's how it was easy for me to get back into it. The affirmations are a big deal. What are affirmations? They need to make sense, and you can't just say bullshit. You can't just be like, I'm going to be worth $10 million this year. I'm going to make $10 million next month. Don't say bullshit. You need to make it realistic, but also at the same time a stretch, if that makes sense. So and this is, once again, it's affirming stuff to yourself. So a few examples of my affirmations. One of the really big ones is, I'm going to be at least $1 million lifetime rev before the end of this year. That's a great affirmation. That's 100% realistic. It's a big goal, but that's 100% realistic, right? Some of them are even something as simple as, it's another really good one that would make sense for you guys. I do everything with business with clarity and confidence because I really am that guy. A guy from a small town that went from 0 to hero in under 2 years. So all these things. So you have your basic affirmations, but I always add to mine. I have 11 of them, but I'm sitting there adding things to them, right? Like that one, for example. I'll just damn near you're having a conversation with yourself. Also with this, I take down my mirror in my car and I'm talking to myself, literally. I am literally talking to myself with these affirmations. Now, your first day, you're going to write them down, okay? Me personally, I feel like the method is you go get a brand new journal. I wrote my affirmations on the first 2 pages of the journal, so they're there infinitely, okay? Then I journal throughout the rest of it. So you write them down the first time, and then you don't have to, some people like to write them down every day. I feel like that's kind of monotonous, and it kind of turns you off from doing it. So I just wrote them down to begin with, the very first day. Now I just read them 2 or 3 times looking at myself in the mirror. Now, don't just read these aimlessly. Don't just read over them. Look at yourself in the mirror as if you're talking to somebody younger than you that wants advice. Look at it that's how I kind of am in my head. It's like I'm talking to somebody who's asking how successful I am and, how I'm at where I'm at in life, or maybe somebody I'm giving my life story to. That's how I talk to myself in the mirror when I'm going through these affirmations. After this, you're going to journal your thoughts, okay? And this is a little bit different than affirmations. I don't know what it is about this, but dude, it's just this is just as big as affirmations to me, to be honest. I basically just brain dump. So I may brain dump what I brainstormed on the walk. I may brain dump something I've been attempting, right? For example, I'm I was only 10 minutes late on the schedule this morning. I'm getting so much better at showering less time. Tomorrow, X, Y, and Z product gets here. Now that's going to be X, Y, and Z products I'm running. And now I have X, Y, and Z amount of creators. My girlfriend just randomly pull up and leave? How odd. But, now I have X, Y, and Z products I'm running. And 3 creators, 2 on one product, Lance on this product, Scronley on this product. So, literally, I'm just brain dumping. I started reading the Bible for the first time today. I actually am really interested in this. I feel closer to God. Today I start this video and I'm going to do this. All these different things. It's basically just brain dumping and for some reason it helps your thoughts settle, if that makes sense. In my mind, I'm always full throttle all day long. But I feel when I write it out, stuff that's really been on my mind, stuff I would almost want to just constantly be telling somebody or thinking about. When I write it down, I still think about it, but it feels good to think about instead of an anxious think about, if that makes sense. So it just feels really good to kind of, dump it onto paper, if that makes sense. You can even add another affirmation out of nowhere. Like maybe just like, bro, I feel like $1 million today. This new morning routine has me feeling crazy. My confidence is through the roof. Like these are all things I'm just journaling. I just journal. And there's no perfect thing to it. I just write stuff down until I have nothing else to write down. I just write things down, literally. It feels so good. After that, once again, guys, do this for whatever you do with your life. I'm not saying you have to go and pray. If that's your thing, obviously awesome. But you get what I'm saying. Me, I pray. I talk to God about how grateful I am. I talk to him some more. Just your basic prayer, talk about how blessed I am. I ask him to give me wisdom on business, success, all these different things. And I get very specific, of course. And then before the prayer ends, I ask him to give me the wisdom and knowledge to understand what I'm about to read from the Bible. Okay, and that really, really helps me understand it. So then, after this big prayer, and I really take the time to, I really sit there with God. Like, that's the best part about all this, guys. You don't go do this just to do this. Like, don't just go, oh, this is what I do now. This is what I do next. Be present in these moments, bro. That's the craziest part about all of it is it makes you feel so present, bro. I'm literally sitting there in the car, genuinely having a conversation with God. It could be 5 minutes. It could be 15 minutes. I'm just talking with God. And then before it ends off, of course, I ask him for the wisdom and knowledge to understand the Bible. Then I read just one passage from the Bible. So whatever it is you may do at this point, try not to overdo it. Obviously, if I'm like, I'm going to read 3 pages of the Bible. That may become too much. I tried to do everything in this morning routine that I have here for you guys. I try to make it realistic where it's sustainable long term. Okay, because if you start going crazy with it, if you're like, oh, I got to do this, and then you get all these little times, at this time I do this, at this time I do that, it just becomes overwhelming. It becomes a lot harder to be consistent with it, if that makes sense. So don't overdo it. That's really why I try to structure it this way. After this, I make a to-do list for the entire day ahead. Now, a lot of the time, to be honest, I will make my to-do list before I leave the office because that's when a lot is on my mind for what to do the next day. But if I don't, which is very rare, but if I don't, I do it at this time right before I leave the park or leave my hangout spot, my spot. That's what you want. Dude, make this your vibe, bro. That's half of it, bro. Make it your vibe. It's so enjoyable, man. No matter what, before I leave, even if I have already written down what I was going to do that day because I already wrote it down the previous day, I look over it and kind of read it out, almost like some affirmations, read it out as if to get my mind back on it as if I just wrote them out. And then maybe if something else came to my mind while I was on my walk or while I'm in the car or while I was journaling, then I'll add it to the to-do list. So basically just tidy up my to-do, no matter when I did it or when I wrote down the to-do list, I'm tidying it up. I'm making sure everything makes sense, all that awesome stuff. And then right after I get done with that, and all of this self-work is done, my to-do list is ready to roll, and in my mind, I have the first thing I'm going to do when I walk into my office, I head to the office or work. Now, I was going to break down kind of my whole day schedule, what I'm doing first, what I'm doing later, blah, 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 but then I realized Sebastian already made a lesson like that, going over what you should be doing, on the day of. Obviously, no matter what, I'm sure he implemented, the thing most correlated to you making money should be your very first steps if there's multiple things, and then rank them from there. But there's no need for me to go over that because there's already a lesson right 2 or 3 above where this lesson will be from Sebastian talking about how your day should be structured. So now you have the perfect morning to go with that day that you had structured by Sebastian. And guys, I'm not going to ramble on too much longer. I can't believe I made this 40 minutes. That's how fucking hyped this morning routine is. I don't know how I made this 40 minutes. That's unreal, actually. Please, guys, you'd be a fool not to try this. You'd be a fool not to try this. This will change your life. I can promise you. If you genuinely just did it and tried it. I was even hesitant. I was even I'll just try it. I basically have nothing to lose. I felt real lost at the time. This was just a week ago, guys. And I'm not meaning oh my God, my life's ending. But I wasn't doing the same. I wasn't performing the same. I wasn't as hyped. My energy wasn't there. I wasn't wanting to do this as much as I normally did. I wasn't wanting to talk to this person as much as I normally did. I just felt, ugh. And this took me out of it, man. And this shit has me on fucking a vibe you couldn't even believe. I'm begging you guys, go try this morning routine. I hope this was really in-depth. I hope you guys love this and you're not this was the stupidest shit I ever watched. And whoever does go and try this, please keep me updated on you doing it. I want to hear about it. I want to hear you guys updating it in the chats. I want to hear you guys updating it even just in the bonding chat of the actual Discord, talking about what you've been doing, with your morning routine, how long you've been doing it, how you feel like it's been helping you, some cool things maybe you've added to it, all that stuff. Because like I said, this is the very first thing I've ever even made outside of very specific organic lessons because it's that important to me now. It is that serious. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. I hope you take everything that I just went over in that, leaked lesson. I don't do that very often. A leaked lesson from inside Per Mill's Inner Circle. I hope you soaked all that in and actually genuinely go apply it. I'm telling you, start tomorrow, like the very next morning that you possibly can. Your life will be completely different just within the first few days of you doing it. And for those of you watching this video who are serious about organic and you've done 4, 5, or 6 figures lifetime rev, and you're interested in, finding out more information or joining that program that lesson was leaked from, I'm gonna leave a link down below in the description of this video where you can book a call with me personally. You also fill out a little bit of an application just so I can see where you're at with your business. Then you actually even have options to message me as well. Whether you message me, we hop on a call, whatever, we'll talk about your organic business, where you're at with organic, and how I may be able to help you and potentially get you inside the program. But outside of that, I'm basically begging you to go and apply what you just got from this video and go and do this morning routine. I promise you. I'm not saying go do it for a week, go be super disciplined, go do it for a month. Oh, you just have to. Just try it for a few days. Your life will never be the same.